So far in our journey, Liam has successfully unmasked the illusions of consumer culture and sidestepped the massive financial craters of housing, cars, and gadgets. He has stopped the bleeding. He now has a surplus of capital, and more importantly, a surplus of time. But this creates a new, terrifying problem: the blank slate. When you stop living on autopilot, you are suddenly forced to steer the ship. Society has a default script for you: earn, upgrade, consume, repeat. To reject that script means you must proactively write a new one. This is the essence of intentional living. The foundation of a conscious lifestyle is minimalism. But let's correct a profound modern misconception. Minimalism is not about living in a sterile white room with one chair and a single spoon. It is not an aesthetic of deprivation. True minimalism is the ruthless elimination of the extraneous to make abundant space for the essential. It's about auditing your environment, your calendar, and your finances, and discarding anything that does not align with your core values. A conscious lifestyle brilliantly marries modern convenience with traditional priorities. Technology and wealth are extraordinary servants, but tyrannical masters. Liam learns to leverage modern tools exclusively to protect ancient, fundamental human needs. He uses sophisticated automated investment algorithms and modern productivity apps. Why? Not to work more, but to ruthlessly compress his administrative tasks. This buys him the time to engage in traditional priorities: cooking a slow meal from scratch, walking in nature, and cultivating deep, uninterrupted relationships. This brings us to a revolutionary concept in personal finance: value-aligned spending, or calculating your Joy ROI, return on investment. Deprivation fails because it relies on willpower. Intentionality succeeds because it relies on alignment. Liam identifies his personal money dials. He realizes he genuinely loves international travel and premium coffee, so he spends extravagantly on those two categories without an ounce of guilt. But to fund this, he mercilessly cuts his budget for designer clothes and luxury cars down to zero because they offer him no intrinsic joy. Intentionality isn't just about money. It's about the architecture of your day. You are the sum of your daily routines. When Liam lived on the default script, he woke up, immediately checked his emails, and flooded his brain with cortisol and social media anxiety before his feet even touched the floor. Now, he protects his cognitive bandwidth. His modern phone is kept in another room. His morning routine is traditionally analog: 30 minutes of reading, stretching, and quiet reflection. He owns his morning, which means he dictates the emotional trajectory of his entire day. To maintain this alignment, Liam implements a weekly ritual known as the Sunday Reset. Life is chaotic, and without periodic course correction, entropy takes over. Entropy naturally pulls us back toward mindless consumption and chaotic scheduling. Every Sunday evening, Liam spends 1 hour reviewing his calendar and his bank statements. He asks himself, did my spending this week reflect my deepest values? Are my priorities clearly blocked out on my calendar for next week? This ritual bridges the gap between philosophy and execution. A conscious lifestyle fundamentally redefines the metrics of success. The corporate world measures success by the accumulation of titles, the expansion of square footage, and the sheer volume of capital. Liam measures success by his autonomy, his physical vitality, and his peace of mind. He realizes that making an extra $20,000 a year is a catastrophic loss if it costs him his health, his marriage, and his sanity. The metric of meaning is not how much do I have, but how deeply am I engaged with what I have. Be warned, designing a conscious lifestyle introduces social friction. When you decline the luxury car lease, when you opt out of the extravagant weekend spending, and when you refuse to worship at the altar of busyness, people will judge you. They will confuse your intentional minimalism for lack of ambition. But you must develop the psychological fortitude to be misunderstood. Your financial and emotional freedom depends on your ability to confidently walk a divergent path. In a hyper-stimulated, constantly accelerating modern economy, the ultimate luxuries are no longer material goods. The rarest commodities on Earth are now unfragmented attention and discretionary time. By stripping away the bloat of lifestyle inflation, Liam has successfully purchased these luxuries. He can sit and read a book for 2 hours without his mind fracturing. He can listen to a friend without mentally planning his next email. He has arrived at the destination that money was supposed to buy. Intentional living is not a destination you reach. It is a garden you must cultivate daily. It is the continuous, deliberate mixing of modern tools and ancient wisdom to build a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. But this begs the ultimate philosophical question. Does money actually buy happiness? And if so, exactly how much is enough? Tomorrow, we dive deep into the fascinating research on the exact link between wealth, well-being, and defining your personal enough. See you in Part 5.